And if he can drive in LA, he could drive a Cadillac out here, be a Pimp Daddy Claus.
That's right. That's right.
I love that. That's so cool. Yeah. So I don't hear a lot of Christmas funk music, and what it is, it's like entirely Christmas, you know, like on some type of soundtrack, which is why that's a special song. So I just kind of want to tell our listeners about you guys and basically how you met, how you got started, and then later on the show we'll basically go over your background and music and so on. But yeah, so how did you guys meet? How did you start this collective?
We actually met on Craigslist.
Crazy.
Yeah, all three of us. So first it was Stu and I met. We both put ads on Craigslist. I don't know if it was at the same time, but we did call each other at the same time on each other's ads. And when each one of us hung up, we had a voicemail from the other waiting for us.
So it's like fate, exactly.
Yeah, it was
the
crazy.
Same time.
It was really crazy. So, but it was still Craigslist. So we agreed to meet at a Starbucks just in case we wanted to gut each other, you know, and start each other for parts or anything like that.
That's what it seems like. You had to go public with it.
Right?
You had to, because if you didn't and he like sold all my parts, I know my parents would have totally wanted some of that money to come back their way.
Yeah, exactly.
That was an investment.
It would be held accountable.
So we met at the Starbucks, and it was all okay. We were going to chop each other up. We jammed for a little bit, and it seemed pretty obvious that it was working out. So we started there, and then we did another ad on Craigslist for drummers, and a bunch of drummers showed up. We auditioned all of them. Cody was the last one we auditioned, and that was the end of the audition as well.
That's so cool.
Yeah, it was funk nastiness. We actually we auditioned him to Jamiroquai.
Yeah.
Like to Canned Heat.
Yeah, and you're playing that later on the show, right? We're going to be cueing that for everyone.
Yeah, exactly.
So that will show a lot of your background.
Definitely.
Okay, well, I'm really excited to have you guys here. This is my first band in a while, and they're a great, start for these funk that I've been playing. And so basically how the show will work is we're going to play their music as well as songs that have influenced their music, kind of intertwined. So if you have any questions or comments, we'd love to hear from you. Please call in 786-309-8861, 786-309-8861. Text or call. Just let us know what's up. If you're a funk fan, especially because we need more of that in Miami.
Oh, yeah.
Would you agree?
Oh, definitely.
Yeah, you want to flex your funk nastiness out here, motherfunkers, because that is what it's all about. You want to get funky and fresh.
Yeah, exactly. And I just feel like it's a strong, when you're a funk fan, you're fully a funk fan. There's no like going out. You're there to stay. So we need more people in this Miami squad. So please text or call in. If you have any questions for Xotic Yeyo, please send those in as well, and they will be answering them in a short whip. Thank you so much, guys, and keep it locked.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Keep it locked.
A good evening. Do not attempt to adjust your radio. There is nothing wrong. We have taken control as to bring you this special show. You.
Surrealism, Salvador Dali. There are minds melting clocks in my reality. Must have been 25 or maybe 26. First time melting faces on the mothership. Jamming hard at the bass was the rapid responder. Ricky Orange was a drummer. So funky that the brothers pandemic. Radioactive to the hips, and I hope you all catch it, cause he's got the dancing beat that goes on and on and on. Abducted, then we're gone. Find myself back on the mothership again. They say I'm lost in outer space. Never gonna make it back to planet Earth again. Planet Earth, it isn't for me. We don't need roads for where we're going. Some call the blessings for some call versus curses by some people the planet want to stay or escape. Humans feeling The intercoastal like the vice of Miami. We're called Xotic Yeyo, taking over your TV, taking over your radio, taking over the airwaves. Beyond the international, we fucking up intergalactic, and we want the world to know it. Our funky is the freshest, our fresh and never frozen. Cause the minute that you're in it, and the moment that you're dancing, our mothership's advancing. Find myself back on the mothership again. They say I'm lost in outer space. They're gonna make it back to planet Earth again. Planet Earth, it isn't for me. We don't need roads for where we're going. Roads, we don't need those sneaky roads. Was our low point, space travel got us higher. Fucking up in a galactic and we want the world to know it. Our funky is the freshest and our fresh ain't never frozen. Cause the minute that you're in it and the moment that you're dancing, our mothership's advancing. Find myself back on the mothership again. They say I'm lost in outer space. Never gonna make it back to planet Earth again. Planet Earth, it isn't from me. We don't need roads for where we're going. Roads, we don't need roads.
Mondays 4 to 6, it's One Nation Under a Groove, hosted by me and Jordan. 2-hour funkified session of OG and new wave funk, soul, R&B, and hip-hop. So tune in and tune it up.
What up, Miami? Yes, it's me, Jordan. This is One Nation Under a Groove, WVUM 90.5 FM. It is 4:24. We are about 20 minutes in, but very special show right now because I have Xotic Yeyo in the building, South Florida funk natives. They're here. We're playing their music as well as music that influenced them. So you just heard Mothership, and previously you heard P-Funk Wants to Get Funked Up by Parliament. You know that word. But that's our favorite word, funk. Either way, here they are. So can you guys just tell me a little bit about your song Mothership that just played? Go over, how it was formed and why you love it so much.
Yeah, so Rod comes up to my place, and I'm like living in my parents' house at the time, which is, how it is with funk artists these days.
Yeah, the
so
basement
I'm at my mom's
funk
house, and my dad's yelling through the door, "Lower that racket!" No, I'm kidding. I don't want to give him sour name. Anyways,
peace and love to dad.
So Rod's like, "Yo, I just wrote this dope bass groove," and he's slapping it around. He's like, boom, 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 right? That's how it sounds.
That's how it was.
Yeah.
And I'm just playing a B minor chord, and he's like, "Dude, you need to do that rap thing you do over it." And I was like, "All right." And I'm just rapping weird things, crazy things just coming out.
Yeah.
Like I was Tyler the Creator or something. Not Tyler the Destroyer or rap or anything.
Close enough. Yeah, that's awesome. And I'm assuming that you've been a Parliament George Clinton fan for a while?
For a good minute.
Oh, definitely.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
Do you remember your first experience with that type of music and like who introduced you and how it, you know, made you feel.
I was introduced to P-Funk on the radio. I spent a lot of long nights in my car.
Yeah.
Back in high school.
That song has that like radio intro, right?
Yeah, it's got that radio thing.
Exactly.
And that was the first time I heard it. I think it was on like the jazz station back in the day, and my car had a cloud inside of it, and so it was great timing.
Right. That's so cool. You have the same type of experience?
No, I didn't have a cloud in my car, but I mean, I guess I've heard all this stuff like a long time already. It was already there.
Yeah.
But my interest in funk, like my deep interest in funk, came later, you know, and that's when I started reappreciating all those things like P-Funk, like Kool and the Gang, like Earth, Wind and Fire, all that.
It was like your awakening.
Yeah. Where I
transcension.
Really, I mean, I guess I went through Motown to get to funk, I guess.
Yeah, that's fair.
Where it really, you know, I guess originates, and I really love the whole Motown sound.
Yeah.
So I guess that's how I sort of went into that, and the way I see it, really, funk is the highest form of pop music.
Totally.
So the most musical, the most intense form of
there's the
pop music.
Details, highs and lows.
Exactly.
That's why I like it as well. So you guys kind of have a similar experience. My like, you know, really depth of funk is where I started in like classic rock, which was like my dad's influence, my mom's influence, and then you know, which was Led Zeppelin, but then kind of more going into Grateful Dead as I like kind of got a little bit older. I was still really young. Then, you know, obviously I'm like gonna get into hip hop. That was like the whole thing. Like started with like a poppy Chris Brown, then, you know, got into like underground hip hop, and then went back to old school hip hop. But this was, I'm still young at that point. Then more funk came into my life from those influences, so I kind of like went backwards, reverse.
Kid, like I remember listening to a lot of hip hop and a lot of rap. That was like middle school. I used to wear shirts like
me too.
Swimming.
And that's all funk.
That's so funny.
That's all funk. That's so much funk. So
yeah, exactly. So it's funny how those influences happen, but you like end up with that same like love for it. But yeah, it's really nice having them on the show because, as I said before, you don't really speak to a lot of like funk heads in Miami. I kind of you know, in more of that scene in LA when I'm home. So this is really fun, and they sent me their list of like inspirations as well, and they kind of lined up with mine, what I've been playing on this show. And coming up, we have some Ohio players, which is gonna be exciting.
It's gonna be fire.
Yeah, and just it's gonna be fire. And that's that. But before we get to that, can you guys
everybody.
Can you guys just tell our listeners like your peak in your band career so far, just to give you a little bit of credibility to your sound?
I mean, OBJ, is that the peak?
Orange Blossom Jamboree, man, that was awesome.
Yeah, so that's a massive festival. It's a massive festival up in Brooksville.
Okay.
So that's about
45 minutes from Tampa, I think.
North of Tampa.
Yeah.
And it's basically the largest music festival for Florida bands.
Okay.
And
a lot of locals put it on.
Yeah,
so
exactly.
Cool.
And this was the 9th edition, right?
I think it was the 9th year they were doing
the 9th edition. So there's a lot of funk there, by the way. If you love funk, you definitely got to go to that.
If you want to make a nice funk jam sandwich, oh man, all you need to do is bring bread.
What flavor of jam?
Nastiness.
Yeah.
Nasty jams. We saw Cope there. Cope was radical.
Really?
Yeah, Cope was headlining. There's a few other Miami bands went out there. So
that's awesome. So that was your like peak playing at that festival.
That was cool. We also did Funktoberfest up in Lakeland.
We took the main stage up there.
Really? Damn, we got main stagers in the studio.
You're right. Last year we played, was it 2 or 3 Florida Panthers games?
We played like 2 or 3 of them. Yeah, I can't
3.
remember. Last year was
there you go, guys.
We got 5 this year.
Celebrities on there right now.
5 times this year. The next one is November 24th.
Yeah, that's gonna be Thanksgiving weekend.
Yeah,
that's exciting. So yeah, we have some present funk presence in our studio today. So please text or call in. We also want to shout out the people that I have already. For example, shout out Alex from Orlando for giving your love. But if you have any questions for these guys or comments or want to tell us about your funk experience, 786-309-8861, 786-309-8861. And yeah, keep it locked.
Yeah, I want to hear
Yes,
some
yes.
funkin' stories from people, man. I
Yeah.
want to hear about all your funkin' experiences.
Send in those experiences. Keep it locked, everybody.
You gotta stop. Dead in those tracks. You gotta stop. Like there's no going back. It's that decision we all have to make. You may call her destiny, but I call her fate. When you gotta stop having your fun. You gotta stop. Says the badge in the gun. We're all just criminals. Live the land of the free. Welcome 1984. Don't Winston Smith me. You gotta stop. Called out by the beat. You gotta stop. We'll uprise and defeat out of the wasteland and the clouds of deceit. The lies are written clearly and the words you believe. You gotta go and do all you can. Let's fight the power. Let's fight that vigilant man. You keep on fighting. Where's that peace in your war? We keep killing each other, but we're popping out more. You gotta stop. You gotta go, baby, go, baby, go, baby, go, baby, stop. Let's go. You gotta stop. Let's go, baby, go, baby, go. Ooh. You gotta stop. Gotta go, baby, go, baby, go, baby, go, baby, stop. Let's go. You gotta stop. Let's go, baby, go, baby, go, baby, go, baby, go. You gotta stop. Gotta go, baby, go, baby, go, baby, go.
What's up, Miami? My name is Jordan, and you're listening to WVUM 90.5 FM. This is One Nation Under a Groove. You are in the right place at the right time because I am playing the best funk, R&B, soul, electronic, hip-hop grooves in Miami, perhaps even in the United States of America. This nation, it's under a groove, I'd say. Anyway, you just heard Stop by Xotic Yeyo. And Xotic Yeyo is actually in the studio with us right now. They are here jamming out. Stu is in the studio. And I just want them to describe that song. And before that, you even heard...
Before stop?
Yeah.
Fire by Ohio
That was
Players.
fire.
Okay,
Sorry,
yeah, it wasn't by
I should
Xotic Yeyo. Oh, man.
I should have gave you that prelude, but that was Fire by Ohio Players.
Oh,
and
man.
why that song means so much to you.
I really enjoy Ohio Players a lot.
Yeah.
I was listening to a lot of them last year, man. On my way to work, they do this one song called "Fight the Power," right? And oh man,
It's the energy. The energy is really what makes it special.
the
Yeah.
horns have all those colors. I mean, I don't know, for all my synesthesic people out there,
Yeah.
those horns have so many colors. Oh my gosh.
I love that. I love hearing music in color. That's like
No,
an
definitely.
awakening experience.
It's like that time I was at Fish. where I could
Yeah.
actually taste this, like the music. They played this one song called Stash, and it tasted like
Yeah.
Skittles and 7-Up.
That's a crazy one.
immaculate.
Yeah, Fish is a whole new genre of music as well. But I get what you're saying. Also, Matt, who was also in the studio. Hey,
What's up, everybody?
Matt and I saw Solange. Are you guys familiar with her? Like Beyonce's
Right,
sister.
yeah.
Last year or 2 years ago at this point, and that was like the color, like beautiful angelic beige.
Oh, nice.
Would you agree?
I didn't see a color that day.
Oh, he wasn't on that wave. Wow, you don't. He doesn't get it. Either way,
There, man.
you just heard "Stop" by Xotic Yeyo. So, do you want to explain what that song means to you, and also give a little detail about when these listeners might hear "Stop" next?
You might definitely hear Stop next at
At the BB&T Center on November 24th. That's a Saturday. We'll be playing for a Florida Panthers game.
So great.
Yeah. So if you want to see the whole show we're going to do, you're going to have to get tickets to the Panthers, you know?
Maybe.
But
If you feel like it.
If you feel like it. But if you just want to see us without having to buy tickets to the Panthers, you could, if you want to, just show up at the main entrance to the BB&T Center, because we're going to be playing outside in front of the front entrance. To
yeah,
the
we're playing on the
BB&T Center.
tarmac out
Yeah,
there.
exactly.
And
That's
I'm pretty
awesome.
sure that's like something public.
Yeah. That's the pre-show.
Right, and that's 90 minutes long, so we're going to
Wow.
do a 90-minute set, and that's just
It's gonna be sick.
all
Yeah.
energy for 90 minutes.
We like
Wow.
giving away definitely like really interesting songs, man. We definitely pull out some stops. I know we got the President of Pop in the house. So the
President of
Pope
Pop.
is-
special for you.
we definitely cover a lot of the Bad Romantic.
Yes, yes.
Those Lady Gaga reference. I was just gonna ask you some of your, for your sound, who really influences you besides what we've heard so far?
I mean, it's so much. It's just so much. Michael Jackson's a huge influence, but I don't know any musician. Well, maybe some, but most musicians nowadays will say that he's a huge influence.
Right.
Anyways, I also have a lot of electronic influence. Like for instance, D'Antwoord's going to be in town.
Oh my
December
God, we
5th.
love
You're speaking my soul.
for our puzzle.
And I was too late to buy tickets to that, so I can't go. It's really breaking me up. But
Rod's crying right now. I know
mean,
that.
I love things like
Can't
that, like
see him.
really off the wall.
Yeah,
I take
experimental.
Yeah, I
and-
take from that, and then I go, like I said before, Motown. Which
right,
is
for
very
sure.
basic, so to speak. But
For sure.
But yeah, all that stuff. And Stu here.
I'm a big Fish fan. If
Yeah.
you can't already tell,
Yeah.
me eating their concerts up like Skittles.
That's so fun. What kind of Skittles? Like sour, normal?
I think just normal Skittles.
Yeah.
They tasted like Starburst, so I don't know.
Fair.
I'm a big Curtis Mayfield fan. I'm very influenced by
Yes.
Curtis, by Prince, the Purple Man.
Love Prince.
I play a couple of his covers.
Yeah, we bust out Cream. We bust out
Really?
1999 sometimes.
That's awesome.
We do.
Kiss,
Yeah, that's right. We do that song.
Yeah. silly man.
Hey, I'm a little bit silly. I'm the silly saucer.
And then for you, Matt, President of Pop, we do Bad Romance by Lady
Thank
Gaga.
goodness, just
Yes.
for me.
I'm excited to hear that.
Yes.
Do you funkify it or kind of keep it as is?
It's
No.
a little funkified. It's a
Yeah.
little funkified.
We funked the sugar honey iced tea out of it.
Yeah.
So crazy. Well, also I wanted to tell our listeners how we kind of connected. So basically, do you want to describe the story?
About how we connected.
Yeah, about how this all kind of went down.
So WVUM, our mad beautiful people, they threw up an amazing "One Nation Under the Groove" poster up on their on their radio station. I've been scrounging along for radio stations because that's what you do as a
as a
new local
musician.
talent. You gotta put yourself out there. If
For
you don't put
sure.
yourself out there, then you're just doing it for your computer.
Right, and I'm so glad you did. And you noticed that I was the host of that show.
Oh yeah.
Sent me a nice message.
Mhm.
Always appreciate those.
Mad love for
We're
the
actually
funky
getting
nuggets like Jordan up in here.
Yes, we're getting a few as we speak. So shout out to everyone that has texted in
Nice.
and called in.
Yeah, like Alex from Orlando.
Yeah,
We've got
we love that guy.
a lot of people been hitting us up via Instagram.
Yeah. Do you want to tell them your Instagram so they can check you out?
Yeah, I mean, our band Instagram is Xotic Yeyo, so that's XOTICYEYO, or as Stu likes to sing it,
XOTICYEYO.com. It's like Yahoo,
I'm
but better.
screaming. That's so funny.
So, and all our social media is like that, just XOTICYEYO. So that's Instagram. Instagram's the one we use the most. We're also on Facebook. We're also on YouTube a lot.
Yeah.
And Twitter. Right?
I'm also told we're on Google. People have Googled Yeyo, and they tell us what it means all the time.
Oh,
I was gonna ask you what the band's name came from, but maybe we'll do that after a few more songs. So yes, thanks everyone for listening. Please text or call in 786-309-8861. This is Jordan, and this is One Nation Under Groove. Keep it locked. What's up, Miami? My name is Jordan. You're listening to WVUM 90.5 FM. This is One Nation Under a Groove. Funk, R&B, soul, electronic, hip-hop grooves in Miami. So you just heard one of my favorites kind of going in the mix of having a funk band with me, but you just heard Lose Yourself to Dance by Daft Punk featuring Pharrell, who is my number one man. I worship him and his influence in music now. He kind of got me into it from the outside. Then I started digging in. So if you're listening right now, you would know that Xotic Yeyo is in with us at the moment. And I want to basically ask some questions that our listeners have called in and asked, and I told them, I promised them that I would ask you guys on air. So whenever you're ready.
Oh boy.
Totally ready.
So first and foremost, Ben Thompson asked, he knows that Stu is a colorful character and had seen him before and wants to know where you got your name, your band's name, your solo name, and your favorite type of sauce.
Ooh.
which is such a great one.
Oh man, well, I'm a very saucy guy. When I was given the name Stu Sauce when I was 17. I worked for a guy named Sal, who when I was with this band called the Sinistics, I released a song called The Stoner Song about that guy. He was my manager. He lives in California right now in San Jose, and he called me Sauce from the moment I got there to the moment I left work. And I'd bring my guitar to work, and while everybody was on cigarette breaks, I was playing a guitar because I wasn't allowed to smoke on my breaks.
Oh, God. That's so funny. Okay, so then it kind of stuck with you.
That one kind of stuck.
I like that.
Rod helped create our name, Xotic Yeyo.
Yeah, Xotic Yeyo came about because half our band was Generation X and the other half was Generation Y. So we had X and Y, and we went through a few stupid names like XY Rebels and stupid things like that. And then Stu had the brilliant idea to go, why don't we assign words to X and Y, and and then we'll have a name like that, which was brilliant.
That's what happens when you study English for like 8 years in college. My parents did not like that I was in college for 8 years. I spent a lot of their money.
Yeah. That's so crazy. So then you came up with this band name from all those years of studying.
Right.
Well, I came up with the exotic part because I'm so smart.
There you go. Most funk people are, I would say.
His first idea was Xotic Yeyo, I think it was.
Something like that.
And then I said, no, we need something to tie it into Miami. So I saw... It was like a site where you can look up words that start with a letter with so many syllables.
Yeah, we wanted a 2-syllable word that began with Y.
Yeah, so then one of those words was Yeyo, and I'm like, oh, that's the word.
Did you kind of base it off of syllables like you would with music? Because that's like 5 in all. Xotic Yeyo.
Right, 5 was our limit because mnemonically, humans can only remember up to 9 chunks at one point. And 5 is like a really good limit that we should have. As musicians, as people in marketing. I know there's a lot of marketing people listening.
Yeah. Shout out to everyone listening. I feel like this might be the most listeners I've had in a while, just from what I've
been telling. So, you guys,
nice.
Funkin' rule, baby.
Rule.
Yeah, that's a lot of love.
Yeah, absolutely. So thanks for the love. Always appreciate our funk heads. Those are like the most genuine people. Yeah. I'd have to say from experience.
Wooks, man, I love wooks. When I'm at a festival, I'm a wook. Rod definitely lets me know. He's like, hey, Stu, are you going to shower today? Nope, I'm a wook.
It's like the only good excuse for not showering. Yeah. But also some characters, as everyone's been mentioning about you guys. So do you think that you've taken a lot of your like colorful inspo from other like musicians like Jamiroquai, the hats and everything like that?
Yeah, that's a recent thing.
Yeah, that's a recent thing that I've started doing. It was... we had that hat lying around, and the organizer of Funktoberfest, she calls herself the Mad Hattress, and she has a hat.
Cool.
Yeah,
it's a good name.
Yeah, I know, right? And she has a hat that's very similar, except that she's a lot more artistic than I am.
Yeah.
So she like decorated it, all these things to it. Mine just came from the store that way.
Yeah, Rod's a simple man, but he likes big hats.
Simple man, big hat.
So I thought, in order to honor her, I wore that hat on stage, and and the look really worked. It was really cool. So then, now it started becoming a more consistent thing. So
I like that.
Yeah,
it's nice to have like your little thing that we saw. Matt and I saw Little Dragon last night, and she started off with this really sick like silver sparkly hat, and like the brim was covering her eyes. I think it shows a lot of character.
Oh, definitely.
Matt, would you like to say anything about that?
Yeah. I feel like the bigger the hat, the like better the person. Like
period.
Like that, like Kentucky Derby style. Like the statement piece is the hat, and like for her, that was her thing. For
it's like showing your brain.
Nice.
Erykah Badu, the first thing I noticed when she came out was the hat.
The hat.
Like
Yeah, we saw Erykah.
Giant like Hogwarts hat. I'm into it. Big hats are my thing.
That's the wave.
So she Gryffindor, Slytherin with that big hat.
Hufflepuff.
Okay.
Love that. Well, if you have any questions for Xotic Yeyo, please send them in now. We are here for another hour. 786-309-8861. Thank you for all the love. And Anya is going to, break it up with a little news right now, because we always need to know what's present, and then back to the funk. And
back to the sauce, because I haven't answered that question
yet.
Yeah. Oh, but we can do it after the news break.
Let's do that. Let's do that. So keep tuned.
Anticipation.
Oh God, I got anxious there. Keep it locked, everyone, and check us out.
For someone like you, you've been looking for someone like me too. Don't stop looking, baby, you will find me, and I will find you. You never stop looking, and I will never stop looking. Together we'll never stop looking until we find each other. You hear the
It's One Nation Under a Groove, hosted by me, Jordan. 2-hour funkified session of OG and new wave funk, soul, R&B, and hip hop. So tune in and tune it up.
Truly, turn it up. Hello, my name is Jordan. You're listening to WVUM 90.5 FM. This is One Nation Under a Groove, funk, soul, R&B, hip hop, electronic grooves in Miami and focused elsewhere. So basically, you just heard You Ain't Gotta Lie. That is one of my favorite Kendrick Lamar songs. Definitely funk based off of his 2015 album To Pimp a Butterfly. Some George Clinton, inspiration there. And he was actually helped with the production of that album as well. And before that, you heard Xotic Yeyo, who is in the studio with me right now, taking questions and talking about their music. But that was You, Me, and the Funk. And also inspired by Canned Heat, Jamiroquai. So I want to reintroduce my special guests. And I know we have a few questions from the listeners from them, but what's up, guys?
Hey, Yayo.
Yayo. So do you have anything to say about You, Me, and the Funk?
You, Me, and the Funk is about a menage a trois out on the dance floor. It's a threesome between you, me, and music, baby. When you laughing at me, you know you have those same experiences out on the dance floor.
Yeah, that's fair. That's so fair.
Yeah. And
I like that.
Very inspired by Jamiroquai, very inspired by Prince a lot. When I wrote that song, I definitely was using a lot of the attitude of Prince to influence the way I was pushing the vibe.
Yeah.
Yeah, and live, that song is also, we play it as a medley together with Play That Funky Music by Wild Cherry.
Oh, that's so
cool. They go into each other. And so live, it's completely different. And a lot of our songs, actually, we have recorded versions, and then live, it's a different story.
Yeah. When you see us live, it's we've been described as too intense. Like, we once funked somebody up too much. They were not having the funk that night. They were like, I had to step the funk outside.
Oh my god. So do you have a preference of your music when you're listening? Would you prefer that live recording, or that one that you're really practicing and kept like to the books with it?
No, I mean, we really separate the two things, because we know a lot of radio stations, they don't want to play a song that's 7 minutes. So for instance, earlier you played Mothership. Right. The recording is, I think, just under 5.
Yeah.
But live, it's anywhere from 15 to 20 minutes.
Yeah, we once played a show where it must have been like half our set. And the jams were just so tasty. It was like a sandwich you didn't want to stop eating. And our drummer is just so nasty on the set. He takes this wicked solo at the ends of them, and he just drives the groove in different ways. Like,
right. I was gonna ask, you have like separate little groove downs between the bass and then the drums. Are they separate, or do you have like the groove downs mixed together?
It varies. Like, we honestly don't know what we're doing. I mean, we have a few things that we kind of come back to, but we will do new things on the fly all the time. Like awesome. the current live ending to Mothership, we always end it sort of the same way. That originally originated from a jam. So it was the first time it got played, it was improvised live on stage.
Wow.
And then it became...
That's when it's the best, though. That's when it's the most natural.
Yeah, absolutely.
Same with our sets. Everything's improvised. Like, we don't have a set list. So for all you funk lovers out there who want to take home the set list, I'm sorry, you are going to be gravely disappointed that we don't have one of those. However, if you want to write them down and then
take notes
them up on our website or something, be like, hey, you played this, and this for
the
set
fans.
1 and 2 and then 3. We'd like that.
Yeah, that would definitely be cool. So back to a few things that our listeners are kind of sending in, just to make sure everyone is kept up. So I just kind of want to read a story that just got texted in about Stu.
Snap.
Yeah, so
Good
basically, so this is it verbatim. I have a cool story about how I came to know the band. I first met the band through Stu. I remembered he used to solo at UCF and never failed to get a crowd going. One of my favorite Xotic Yeyo experiences was at Woodstock, Orlando.
Dude, that was a story.
That was quite
neon lights and crowds always singing along and moving.
I remember they
were
awesome. Dancing at that show.
Yeah, Woodstock, Orlando.
Woodstock, Orlando. They were breaking it down over there.
Yeah, I would like that. Also, we have to go back to the fact that your favorite sauce has never been addressed on the air.
I am my favorite sauce, Stu Sauce.
That's a good one. What would it be like, though? What are the flavors there?
Stew sauce, yeah.
I'm actually a big fan of hot sauces. Okay. I like garlic hot sauce. However, there's this one sauce called Dave's Insanity sauce. I don't like it necessarily, but it's the hottest thing I've ever eaten.
Yeah.
It burned my mouth. And it wasn't even like one of those really, really hot ones. It was like just naturally hot. It was like eating a ghost pepper. I couldn't feel my mouth afterwards.
I don't know if I could handle that. I don't know if I would be in that. Well, yeah, thank you everyone for listening again. I think it's very sentimental to get these like stories and stuff sent in, and like all of my friends and family that are listening, shouts out per usual. And by the way, I wanted to go back and apologize for the news that never ended up getting played. I think there was something in our system, but to just kind of touch up on what Anya had recorded for us. She had mentioned the fires in California, which is hard because that's
Orlando, right?
Yeah, the shooting in Orlando. But back to the fire, like that's my hometown. So praying, keeping everything, locked down there. It's rough. I'll be there soon to see for myself. And then also she had mentioned the recount in Florida. Yeah. So I'm sure she'll keep us updated with all the news outside of music. But coming up next, we have a Xotic Yeyo. An Xotic Yeyo or a Xotic Yeyo? English teacher.
Yes.
And I think that's a good answer.
Yes.
They're original and some other surprises that do inspire them and inspire the Miami life. Wink, wink. So keep listening. Please send in anything you have to say. 786-309-8861. Anything you guys want to say before the break?
I mean,
we love you guys.
Mad love to everybody.
Yeah.
Definitely my heart and soul to everybody over in LA. I hope everybody, like your family, everybody out there, everyone you guys know listening. If you guys know people in LA, and you definitely want to double check on your people, man, because that's really important. You only got people, and those people are not replaceable. So definitely keep a good lookout for them. I know I got people over in LA right now when I was out there with Normal. So I gotta definitely shoot some buzzes over that way.
Yeah, absolutely. Shouts out my LA people. And yes, keep it locked. Here's Xotic Yeyo.
You all dance and shake what your mamas gave you, shake what your daddies gave you. Hell, shake what you got, baby, because that's all we got. Space.
What's up, Miami? My name is Jordan. You're listening to WVUM 90.5 FM. This is WVUM's finest, One Nation Under a Groove, and it is Miami for sure. You just heard Will Smith. That was his song Miami, probably one of his biggest songs, a breakout. We were just talking about the music video here in the studio, and before that you heard Slide to the Left by Xotic Yeyo, who I've been chatting with this entire show. It has been so much fun having them, and that was a sneak peek of one of their new songs, and they kind of wanted to explain how much Miami meant to them with that Will Smith feature. So do you guys want to tell me a little bit about Slide to the Left and Miami?
Yeah, Slide to the Left is this new song we're going to be recording with one of what I like to consider one of the bigger names of Miami. We're going to be recording that song in the studio with DJ Spam of the Spam All-Stars, and we are super excited for that. So we want to give that guy a shout out.
Yeah,
props
definitely.
to you, DJ Spam. Like,
Shout out.
He's got a museum of awesome in his house, I got to say.
We're recording to tape and all through analog stuff. It's going to be awesome.
Dude, it's a haven. His studio is a musical sanctuary.
I love that. That's so important, especially when you need that like atmosphere when you're going about music.
Oh, definitely.
Just to create, it like sparks the creativity.
Oh, very
the
much
ambiance.
so.
Yes,
for sure.
All that.
I'm sure is like he's got a studio dog, and I'm sure that Dog Yo's got mad musical abilities because its doghouse is a drum.
That is so cool. I love that. And yeah, definitely just giving back an ode to Miami and how, the music brought them together, everything without that. And I just wanted to read one more little blurb from their fans that have been they just continue being sent in, which we appreciate. So let me just read this one blurb. They said, neon lights and crowds always sing along and moving, even at the restaurant pub shows like the Kilted Mermaid Bar show in Vero Beach. Me and the girlfriend are always moving on the dance floor. Xotic Yeyo knows. Also, Stu taught me some bass guitar tricks before the band once 7 years ago, and I never forgot that. Go platinum, Xotic Yeyo.
Oh, man.
How does that feel?
It gives me goosebumps. I like the hairs on the back of my neck raised a little bit, and on my arms, like you can see them. Goosebumpy.
Goosebumpy.
Mad love to that guy, man.
Yeah, definitely.
Alex is the man.
Yeah, you can definitely see that you guys have made a connection with your listeners.
Yeah, we love our listeners. I try to make, and our band tries to make a lot of intimate relationships with everybody we meet on a genuine level. I love people, and so if all you listeners out there are chilling on campus and you see us walking around, definitely say what's up and like meet us, because we love meeting people. We love everybody. There's a lot of misanthropes out there in this music industry, and we are definitely not those kind of people. So
yeah, absolutely.
We're amiable. Definitely say what's up, because we want to be your friend. We want to be your funkin' friend, baby.
Funkin' friend. Absolutely. And we have a little special section coming up. Since we're just breaking out of the end of October, there is 2 songs that pair well together, and it's an Xotic Yeyo original, and their influence there. Anything you want to say about that?
I mean, sure. That song was actually written by Stu. So it's Disco Zombies, and the song is precisely what it says, Disco Zombies. So the look people have, the feel they have when they're out on the dance floor,
right.
Especially at Ultra Music Festival.
Yeah, that
Jeez. Matt loves Ultra Music Festival. Matt, any words about Ultra?
Big fan. I was just saying that I'm probably a disco zombie when it comes around to Ultra time, and just I was just at a show where I was probably a disco zombie. I don't remember. Do you remember what I would have been at? It was something recent that I saw, but yeah.
It was that at Club Space.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
wow.
That's definitely.
That place is full of disco
I'm a good
zombies.
friend. I know your moments.
I know. I don't know.
And explain, Matt, for all of the listeners right now, what your show is and what you specialize in.
Yeah, so my show is called Poptropolis every Wednesday, 2 to 4 p.m. I am the president of Pop. and I'm here to give you guys all your favorite pop tunes that you've never yet discovered. And yeah, a lot of the funk songs and some stuff that we've been hearing, I play on my show too. We heard some "You Ain't Gotta Lie" by Kendrick. That's from me. From one of my past playlists. We had some Daft Punk. They talked about Prince in the past, and I play some Prince.
There's some crossover.
There's some crossover, definitely. So if you've been a fan of the show, some of the stuff, you won't be disappointed by my show. You might find something else that you like. Who knows?
Period. Either way, listen. Keep on listening. We appreciate it, and have some Xotic Yeyo coming up.
Right on. Let's stay in the crosshairs of all this awesome music, right, baby?
Love that. Stay saucy. Keep it locked.
Yeah, hell yeah, baby.
Keep it locked.
Your heart from your face. Never forget your first fall. In love on the dance floor with disco zombies that take control. Fall in love on the dance floor. They bite your neck and they suck your soul. He was doing what she planned to retreat, and he stops. She leaves enough to chase. He's got his soul, but now she's dancing his mind. He's got his heart served close and back on the plate. Now he's gotta fall in love on the dance floor with disco zombies that take control. Fall in love on the dance floor. They bite your neck and they suck your soul. The human race can be lost to the living dead if their moves ain't alive. Gotta pop and lock and jump like it's hot lava. Open one deuce of stone, stupefied and never ever fall. In love on the dance floor with disco zombies that take control. Fall in love on the dance floor. They bite your neck and they suck your soul. Werewolves, tentacles, guitars, my beat 'em on me sound. They got their way, the long-lasting live. They kuna matata when it comes to their lives. What is living when you're already dead?
What's up, Miami? My name is Jordan. You're listening to WVUM 90.5 FM. We are in the studio right now with Xotic Yeyo, and you just heard One Nation Under a Groove, basically the theme song to my show. That is a 7-minute track, so I kind of cut it in half, but that is a fucking funkin' beautiful song. And that's true, right? I said funkin', but like we're just clarifying. Funkin', beautiful song. Yeah, yeah. So because that's that word funk, which we throw around all of the time, kind of gets misconstrued. But yeah, before that, you heard "Blame It on the Boogie." And you heard Disco Zombies by our very own Xotic Yeyo. So, can you guys just kind of sum up that for me? Because that is a really cool song, really unique.
Thank you. Disco Zombies is our homage to Michael Jackson's Thriller. It's also our drummer Cody Orange's favorite song of ours that we play. Mm-hmm. We normally make that one of our test songs before a set when we do, what's that thing called? Sound check?
Yeah, the sound check.
Yeah, I forget. We treat it like it's a song. Sound check. Oh, I love that song. Yeah.
Love that song.
I know one of his influences is definitely the Commodores.
The Commodores is big for him, yeah.
Yeah. So I know he's gonna definitely love one of the next songs playing because that's our us showing mad love to him.
Yes.
I wish he was here with us so he can talk about it himself, give more information about himself and things. He's very articulate gentleman. He could say funk very well.
Funk. I don't know. I've been saying it so much that the word kind of gets molded in my mouth.
I say the other word too often, and I'm glad that I've articulated well tonight.
there you go. You're doing well. Well, I just wanted to thank you guys again because this will be the last time that we kind of get to speak on air about you and your music. And I just want you guys to basically tell fans and my listeners what the next step is for listening to you and maybe seeing you perhaps. So if you guys can just kind of give like a timeline of how they can hear your stuff.
So if you want to listen to us, you could find us on Spotify, iTunes, Apple Music, Amazon Music,
awesome.
SoundCloud
Radio,
and just spell out your name one more time for
spelled Xotic Yeyo. So it's like Xotic Yeyo, spelled phonetically correct. Xotic Yeyo, baby. Again, Spotify, that's a big channel. YouTube is great for streaming. I know we're going to be playing the song called Trip the Lights pretty soon. That was our first song that we ever wrote together.
Yes, correct.
It was very influenced by the Bee Gees. You're going to hear it in the beginning phrase. There's like a instrumental introduction, and it's kind of our motif in the song. That's how it all started before it goes to one chord back to the 4 chord. For all our music majors, 1/4s, you're like, oh man, that sounds like every pop song ever. And for all our regular listeners who are not musicians and sitting at their guitar listening, this song is easy. It's definitely a really cool funk song. You guys should really love it. Eat it up like Skittles. It's got a good dance groove.
I love how you say that. I'm going to take that with me.
I'm a candy guy, and you're a candy girl. Together we are candy people, candy people.
And that's that. You even had a white chocolate.
No, I don't eat white chocolate.
I'm
not a white chocolate guy. I'm a dark chocolate, milk chocolate. White chocolate, no. I mean, you could be white chocolate. I like you, but only from a distance, baby. Only from a distance.
That's what it's all about, right? So once again, thank you guys so much. This was really, really fun. Love the passion behind your music and your story and your influence. So again, thank you.
Thank you. We hope to be on here again with you guys.
Yeah, that would be awesome. Maybe when you guys have like billions of listens, you'll come back and check us out.
We'll come visit you wherever you are.
Yes, come visit me in London. That's where I will be.
We will do that.
Yeah, I will be there starting January, so hopefully I can get them on my my line over there. Well, everyone, wish the best for Xotic Yeyo. Text or call in these last 15 minutes and let them know how you feel.
Yeah, please follow us on Bands in Town. I can say that, right? Bands in Town's the website that shows everybody where we're playing next. We try to keep that one very updated. We've been trying to keep our Spotify very updated, but it is very hard when you're the artist. So
Instagram's a good place. Instagram's the best place to follow us, because that's where we're always up to date, and we always put up. If we're gonna have a show, we always put it up on the day and the days preceding as well.
If you want to be a person to newly meet us, that's also the place. We newly meet everybody all the time, just like WVUM.
Yes.
That was a hap chance through Instagram. And
it's so crazy. I was just talking about it with them how Instagram is our platform for life. It's annoying, but it works, and
it is what it is.
It's gotten us to where we are now. So bless Instagram. Okay, keep it locked, everyone, and shout out Xotic Yeyo for the amazing show. One Nation Under a Groove, WVUM FM, Coral Gables.
WVUM, Coral Gables, Miami. South Florida's alternative voice.